most disturbing part of this morbid tale, however, is that no fewer than a dozen passers-by strolled past the critically injured child and did absolutely nothing. Any one of them could have called the paramedics or offered any measure of aid. Yet the basic humanity that by rights is inbred in all failed to act that day. And within the week, she perished in the emergency care unit, unable to be recalled back from the abyss when a helping hand would have saved her life the day before. During one's endeavors in life, one must pull upon every single resource, dig deep into every single well in the ever-raging struggle for survival. We have growing resources available to us each day: Friends on Test Day, Google for homework, every other product known to mankind to solve our woes. Yet, where better to look than a resource we carry within us each day? A well that continues to remain untapped, yet were it so, would revolutionize the way we live. Ladies and gentlemen, to succeed in life, we must dig deep into our souls and reach within to embrace humanity. We can also apply the four-way test as we delve deeper into this forgotten human trait by asking ourselves, is the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better relationships? And is it beneficial to all concerned? But the first question we have to ask ourselves this morning is if humanity exists at all. All over CNN and KTLA5 and every other news channel, horrific reports of rape, gun slaughter, robberies, murder flash across the big screen. And yet we as spectators can calmly sit back and stomach the spectacle. We may experience a shred of sympathy for the shattered lives, true, but there's no time for empathy to be had, because such thoughts pass far too quickly for any lasting effect to be had. We can all feel for others simply because the need for ourselves is paramount in this every man for himself world. Only when the gunman is at our door do we truly realize that violence does exist in the world and is prevalent in the most unexpected of places. That what is happening right now isn't in some far-off neighborhood behind the protection of the big screen, but it's up close and personal. We watch horror movies, read acts of bloody murder, and digitally slay those on the PlayStation to such a degree that violence and harm mean nothing to us, that we lose all sense of humanity in these mob scenarios. It may seem true that we may have lost out on humanity today, but it is also true that what we can do, how we can be humane, is still within our grasp. What is proper is to feel humanity and pity for those ruined lives torn by chaos, to feel the empathy for those shattered lives that are touched by forces that seek to tear the knots that bind this world together. Therefore, reach within and embrace humanity and empathy for those who do not. Now, while occasional acts of humanity are admired, humanity must be lived in, breathed in, adapted as a style of instinct and character, ready to be applied at the most spontaneous of situations. We are responsible for our own lives, true, but the lives of others, as members of our own species and population, can be touched as well. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world," and there is no reason to doubt his thought in this aspect. Consider a few simple things you can do to save one's life. If you happen to see a stranger lying unconscious on the ground, far from walking away, it is your obligation to aid him and call upon higher authority should the situation be out of your expertise. At least by ensuring that more qualified personnel are on their way, you have already performed a critical factor in saving this person from either danger or possibly death. It takes no manner of medical expertise or a college degree to simply act on your inborn instinct and make a decision that could save either life or meet their death. But why stop in this life? All across America, 100,000 citizens and more are at death's door waiting for organ transplants. Yet surprisingly, only 30% of America's population knows the proper procedure towards becoming a donor. It is estimated by the Department of Health that for every one person who donates organs after death, 8 lives can be saved. You all can be one of those people. Thus, being humane is certainly more than fair to all concerned, and saving lives can only be viewed as a benefit to all concerned, such as the potential to promote goodwill and better relationships across the entire human inhabited world. While there are 7 billion people upon this earth, each soul, each spark of life is as precious as the next. And to allow one to be snuffed out because of a moment's indecision is an egregious act that does not befit our noble human race. As the Rotary Club motto mandates, we must offer service above self. Therefore, reach within and allow those whom you help benefit from your humanity. Now, of all the complex thoughts and emotions that run through our human brains, the idea of organism-to-organism protection is one that has both base and fundamental aspects. In a world where terror abounds and man turns against man at the slightest gain, it falls to all to counter the wave of chaos and disturbance with a purity of humanitarianism, a force so potent that it may revolutionize the world we live in and bring us closer together in the face of the darkness. Helping within the community is a good way to serve all on a small level basis. But when one goes above and beyond to prevent death's grasp from taking hold, humanity takes its full-fledged form. Light up the soul and free it from the chains of chaos. Instinctive acts such as these will prevent war wagons from occurring, or rather, will inspire all to take action and initiative to make a change in the world. So therefore, I issue this challenge to all of you, to go out into the world, alleviate the suffering around you, to make your mark on the world, so that all of us collectively can live a better life in this golden age of humanity upon earth. I hope that this morning you've come to understand a little bit more of the human throughout this journey to the psyche. That you can see you truly are the change you wish to see in the world. So that when you finish, you can step back, admire your handiwork, and say, hey, I did it. Thank you.